Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dario, the chairman of Next Pharma Summit, and it's my great pleasure and honor to welcome Sanjay Virmani, the CEO of Omnipresence today. Sanjay, how are you?
Great, thank you. Nice to be here, Dario, as always. Pleasure to collaborate with your organization.
Thank you very much, Sanjay. Let's start with the questions which we prepared for you. We all know that Omnipresence is our gold supporting partner at Next Innovation Week, and we would definitely like to hear some trending answers on some very important topics. Like, first of all, we all see that industries, including pharma, of course, are facing incremental changes, very steep changes in most cases.
Mhm. Yeah, and in fact, it's interesting for the first time, or maybe among the very few times we actually see a lot of biopharma organizations, even medical device organizations, life sciences in general, actually looking at making non-incremental changes. So far it's always been about can we add this digital channel? Can we connect these two things? Now. Maybe this is a result of the rethinking of the business model, or at least the digital model, right, post COVID, or maybe this is just an idea whose time has come, right, because we've been working towards this for many years. But we see a lot of organizations now saying, you know what, enough of this, one or two thing type of an approach. This is really not getting us, the return that we expect. How can we take a much bigger, bolder approach to try to truly create what we've been talking about for a long time, and which other industries are actually, proving that it can be done, which is a truly omni-channel experience, right, for healthcare practitioner community and also the patient community. So it's a very interesting time where on the one hand we have a crisis, but on the other hand that crisis may have opened the opportunity for non-incremental changes.
Yeah, so obviously the keyword is transformation, right? So how Omnipresence helps to align with the digital transformation trend in the industry?
Yeah, good question. And transformation has always been the word, that I think has been on everyone's mind. And we started our alliance with Microsoft, 2 or 3 years ago to participate in helping the industry for this transformation. But now there is sort of that urgency to execute, right? To bring it into the sort of real operations versus just the long-term, sort of conceptual framework of becoming more digital. So we see a lot of, and we are supporting organizations in a lot of, rapid proof of concepts, tests and learns, of what a truly data-driven, individualized omni-channel experience looks like for these, customer groups.
Thank you. And what are expectations from the next Innovation Week? I mean, we will speak mainly about pharma digital, about the latest digital transformation trends, changing models in the commercial sphere of pharma, etc. So, what are your expectations at the next Innovation Week?
I think this is although we are not going to be able to be in person, this is probably one of the most important conferences. I think the timing of this, right in the middle of this moment, I think is an extremely critical time to openly discuss, exchange ideas, talk about what's working, what's not working when it comes to digital, how the situation in the world is, impacting all of this. And ultimately, it's important for all of us in the industry to realize that the healthcare system as a whole, right, is probably the most pressurized, right, by this crisis, right? They have to deal with the flow of patients. They have to manage, spikes whenever there are, outbreaks. Everyone has a lot on their mind. There's a lot of, stress and anxiety. So how can we, support this entire time of need and change, and have sort of the best ideas, the best collaborations to do that as a group, I think is what I'm looking forward to hearing the most. It's not just business. That's kind of my point. It's not just business. It's always been about business transformation, but now it is about how can we jointly help the healthcare system cope with this completely unprecedented time in our lives.
Thank you. And my last question: what is your key takeaway from the pandemic?
The key takeaway for me personally is, a great tragedy and great crisis, but which also brings great opportunities, right? To innovate, to address what may have been gaps for a long time, and ultimately those organizations, whether they are public organizations, business organizations, life sciences organizations, healthcare systems, those which embraced this moment and change, ultimately will be the ones that are more successful. That's what I think.
Thank you, Sanjay. Looking forward to the opening keynote on Monday, September 28th. And thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you as always, Dario. Look forward to the event. As I said, I mean, this time I'm truly interested to hear, how we can move all of us forward.
Thank you very much, Sanjay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.